No, it's under massive. I'm not that close to London. Like 60 miles away. I mean, I've got the house prices of commute about, so.
Good evening and welcome to the Hobby Corner with your host, me, Kev. How you doing? Fellow corner hobbyists, hope you're well. Hope you're doing great. Hope you had a great week. Hope you are feeling super awesome, super spicy, super chill. Hope you got all your stuff sorted and organized if you're doing a bit of hobby this weekend or even tonight as you watch along. And yeah, let us know in the chat what you're up to tonight, what you're doing this weekend, what you're looking forward to. And yeah, let's do our early bird roll call while we're at it as well. So we're just quickly going there because we've got some dedicated fans who always turn up nice and early. So to kick things off, we have Total Nova. How you doing? And we also got Void Captain Bazooka riding on his little rocket. Let me just scroll down because you guys had a real good chinwag, didn't you? Scroggy Mini Painting, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Lupus Canis as well. Hope you're great. Interested G, how you doing, Midgie? What's up? Hope you're all doing well. Thank you again for joining us. So tonight, on a very rare and spectacular event where the celestial bodies have aligned as such, the ancient Incas have prophesied, and you know the bone dice have rolled just right. The tarot cards have foretold this moment, but we have finally managed to get Rich from the SprayBlack Studios on. So would you like to say hello or good day, mate?
Good day, mate.
How you doing?
I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad at all. Thanks for having me on. Finally.
Well, thank you for coming on, mate. I mean, it's only taken the best part of half a year, but
yeah, give or take.
Give or take.
It probably was before Christmas, wasn't it, that we started planning?
Yeah. I said, hey, look. You know what? Right, I'll get the 3 headliner chaps from the Chilling War Gamers on, and then I'll get you and Mythos on, and I got everyone on. I even had a few extra guests on as well. But you bloody tough to pin down. But you're a busy guy, aren't you?
Did you just get this first swear word of the stream in then?
What, bloody? It's so soft, mate. So soft. If bloody is a swear, then we can't say blood for the blood god.
Yeah.
Just saying.
But that's blood, not bloody.
Bloody. There we go. Let's just get our faces in. So, what you been working on lately, man? Because the last couple of videos I've seen you do have been cracking ones. You did Sigvold, but in Grim style, and you also did a fantastic looking Space Wolf as well. The Volker Fenrica.
Let's go.
Yeah. Banging, man. I love the room work on.
To be honest, that was actually the last model that I've painted. I've had that busy a stretch recently at work. I think I finished that guy probably four, maybe 5 days before the video actually got released, and that's close to a fortnight ago now. And that was literally the last miniature I finished. So I've got a slightly large backlog at the moment. It's not Elston size yet.
No, I don't think anyone. I mean, that guy's got nothing to spend his money on except minis, really, innit?
Wow. See, I was wondering. So now he's on his ban from buying anything. Since this subscription for Warhammer Plus includes a miniature, does that mean he can't do it?
Oh, yeah, but he makes up the rules as he goes along, though.
Is it a freebie or is it included in the price?
It's included in the price. It's not free.
Nothing's free in life. He shouldn't be able to do it.
And he won't be able to get it. Like even if he convinces himself that it's okay to get the one because it's a freebie, he won't be able to get the other one because you actually have to buy that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's buggered either way, really.
Pretty much. And we will take the piss out of him for it.
Rightly, yes. Rightly and royally. So let's just have a look and see what everyone's saying in the chat. If you haven't already hit that like button, of course, give it a good old slap.
What about the dislike button?
I mean,
are you allowed to dislike your own video?
Interaction. Yeah, you can actually dislike your own video. Not that I would. Actually, I found out today that it was Rich, not you, Rich, the Smith, Rich Smith. Yeah, who was disliking videos, right?
The phantom disliker.
He would wait until I turned up, and then he would hit the unlike button. Right, he even like in the Discord. In the Discord, right? He got too carried away, and when I posted up the link to this video, he put a thumbs down for it. So that's it. He gave himself away. He was the Smith with the unlike button in the front room. There we go. He committed that murder. Anyway, so what's everyone working on tonight? So we have Interesting G. He's painting his Blight Master. That sounds awesome. Total Nova has some issue 1 figures to do. Okay, wow, you're working back on yourself now. Oh, Void Captain Bazooka, the absolute maniac that is. He's still working on his Combi Volkite thing, but he's adding a power pack to it. I mean, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's all like itty bitty things, and he's even doing the rivets and everything. It's just like, why, man? I mean, it looks fantastic, but dude, you spend like months doing that one weapon.
I pride myself on my kit bashing, and I have not got the patience to do what he does at all.
Well, it's not even kit bashing, really, is it? It's like resculpting. It's crazy. And he makes so much from scratch. It's madness. Yeah. We got Mythos in the chat. Hey there, beautiful people. How you doing? So yeah, what was this? 5 minutes in and Port Elston gets buggered. Yes, Lupus. So what have we got? 4 of the OG models built and 2 glued that were recent issues. Oh, okay. Oh, this is not good. How you doing? He's coming in with a whoa.
I definitely cannot do a wah, so I am going to hold off.
It's like just almost on the same level as a heavy metal growl, you know. It's just like
having attempted and having played guitar in a screamo band before, I found out very, very quickly that I cannot do it. Wait,
Oh, no,
really,
that's
that
more
was
glam
also
rock.
was a long time ago.
I'll tell you, I'd love to be in the glam rock one, just so I could just go around screaming metal.
I could definitely see you in like a Steel Panther or like a
yeah,
Kiss tribute band.
all the dodgy makeup and the fishnet stockings,
massive platform shoes and everything.
Oh yeah, super sexy out, man. That's it. Oh dear. Who else? So I'm still going through what we were saying. You're working through issue 51, and of the issues has issue 1 reinforcement. Oh, okay, I get you. All right, total Nova. Hey Nightbot, how you doing? Oh, Nightbot just reminded us that there are still tickets available for the raffle to celebrate the 1,000 subscriber benchmark. So, as always, I like to say, hey, this is for you guys. It's a little thank you to everyone supporting the channel and, you know, being a part of the shows, being a part of the videos, you know, just contributing just by being here and being, you know, here for the whole journey. So the best way I could do it was through a raffle, and that way I could get all these amazing prizes like a start collecting box of your choice, brushes and brush soap of your choice from Broken Toad. We got gift vouchers from Geek Gaming Scenics. We got exclusive celebratory merch for the 1,000 subscriber thing, and we also have a very special exclusive set of miniatures sent over by Pagan Miniatures. So thank you again, Adam. That's our little bit of a sponsor towards it.
Love the Pagan Miniatures.
Yes, and yeah, it's an exclusive 2 resin miniatures, and you could do like a little face-off diorama, or you can have them individually as you like for whatever role-playing games you got. They're perfect for Frostgrave and stuff like that if you're into that, or if you just want a bit of a historical fantasy sort of mashup. So and I still have.
I assume you mean tabletop role-playing games.
Tabletop role-playing games, yes. Though, does D&D count as a tabletop role-playing game?
You sit at a table, don't you?
You do. Yeah, okay.
It's a tabletop one rather than a bedroom one, isn't it?
I mean, you could do stuff with the. You will end up being one of those poor folk who get X-rayed at A&E and end up on one of those shows.
Well, exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you do that, then of course it's amazing exposure for Pagan Minis. So there you go.
Yeah. Free advertising.
Yeah. And it only costs your dignity. Though, I mean, at that point, if you're inserting miniatures into yourself, I mean, what dignity do you have to lose?
Wow. I mean, 15 minutes of fame as well.
Oh yes, of course. So yeah, and of course we still got our elusive secret prize as well that has been gifted to me by an amazing legendary member of the community who I haven't mentioned yet, and I haven't mentioned what the prize is yet until we get halfway. So keep buying up those tickets, and yeah, maybe you'll find out what it is. And what I'll do is, as soon as we get to that point, I will update the gift, the prizes, and I'll drop the review for this new thing as well. So, so that's all of that. Anyway,
Hashtag secrets.
Hashtag secrets, yeah. So of course we do have all the social media links down below. We've got our affiliate links as well. Element Games is great if you just want to get your hobbies and stuff at a good discount. Forbidden Planet for getting your Mortal Realm stuff. I do have a video coming up with the update of the final lot of issues. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, but as a whole, you're still doing great. And also we got some links down below. One of which is to the infamous SprayBlack Studios YouTube channel. And also the welcome to the Grimdark Discord. So it is a new Discord which was set up by yourself, Rich, and you had some help from Kev the Immersive World Crafter.
Yeah, and he's one of my co-admins stroke mods.
Oh, sorted. He's got the time, many. He's got so much time on his hands. He's mad. The amount of stuff he does. But he so they have started a new Discord, brand new. There's also a new Facebook group as well. If you're not really inclined on Discord, and
use Discord is better.
Use Discord is better. There's more flexibility on what you can do with it. But yeah, you know, you can advertise your channels. Wait, can you?
So I'm happy for anything to be posted on there, videos and stuff, as long as it is Grimdark related.
So as long as it's all related,
as long as it's Grimdark relevant.
Yes, and of course there's some fantastic groups in there, and as always, I mean, it's going to be some of the amazing crowd from the Chilling Wargamers network as well.
We've got some really good painters in there already. So really good painters.
I bet Judge Kudger's in there as well.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Ooh.
But I'm going to bully him.
Yeah, bully him. Get him into it. Right, so I'm just going to have a sip of my bin juice.
Bin juice.
Bin juice.
That is an awesome mug.
I know, right? Once again, thank you to Sam from Goblin Gaming. He sent this out to me. It's freaking awesome. And look, because we are more environmentally conscientious now, it is a recycling bin, of course. I just love the fact that it actually has sculpted wheels on the back as well. So you can, and look, that is actually the lid, just open. You know, it's great.
I'm just slightly sad it hasn't got a biscuit part. I feel like all good mugs need a biscuit compartment.
It's called a plate, man. Don't be lazy. Have a biscuit plate.
It's or twice saucer. The washing up.
Lick the plate clean with the biscuit crumbs, and you don't have to wash it up. Sorted. Hey Hugh, how you doing, man? Thanks for sneaking in the chat there. I hope you're all good. Bikes are a slippery slope. Before you know it, you'd be looking at carbon deep dish wheels and getting a second mortgage. I feel like we just came into halfway through a conversation there.
Sounds like it.
An Aussie wah probably sounds like Aussie man. Aussie man, yeah. You know what? He's got such a rough voice. Hey, good day, you fuckers.
Hey, mate.
And there we go. Like let's just have a little ding for the clanger I just dropped. There we go.
Ding.
Yeah. So choose a flat route and then go. So so this one is actually talking about selling off his old Trek 4300 to make room for a new road bike in a few weeks. And then
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know.
And then you said road bike.
Yeah. I got it. I know exactly what you're saying. So if you just joined the chat, or if you just joined in and you're seeing us now, welcome. This is the Hobby Corner. That over there is the very smexy Rich from SprayBlack Studios, and we're just having a nice little Friday night hobby chilling chat while we shill the hell out of ourselves at the same time. Shill hill. It's got to be done.
It's all about the shilling.
It's all about the shill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself disappear and pop. Boom, look at that. That looks so cool. And now you're just in the corner there.
I can't see it.
Alright, well, people can see what I'm working on. You can see my fantastic, beautiful fingers with my lovely trimmed nails, because, you know, I like to make the effort for my viewers. And, yeah, what What are you working on, Rich? You said you had a bunch
so-
of stuff on the go.
So, shall I also try it? And
Oh, here we go. Drum roll.
probably won't work now. I'll do it. Nope. There we are.
Hey, there we go.
So,
He's only painting some
yeah.
bases, isn't he?
So I have three 60mm bases, I think they are. I don't know, whatever they are. For the Space Marines with melter guns, Primaris, they all sound the same. Eradicators, that's the one.
Eradicators, yes.
And then you can also see this rather long line, conga line of Gene Stealer cult models, which are in various states of being painted, stroke not painted. Which I'm trying to force myself, because I've got like 4 of the characters, which I'm really looking forward to painting.
I got some solid advice, that was given to me by a doctor, and that is, if you can't force yourself.
Don't eat yellow snow.
No, I didn't need a doctor to tell me that. But yeah, you can't force it, mate. You have to let it happen naturally, otherwise you end up hurt.
I mean, I definitely think he was talking to you about something other than painting there.
Maybe. Who knows? Who would know? I don't know. So what I'm working on at the moment is just figuring out how to apply what I know roughly of doing lava bases, but trying to get a ember effect, like burning embers, but like on old timber sort of thing.
Okay, so like a burning away.
Yeah. So I mean, I think I got an idea in my head, and essentially, like, what I'm gonna do is paint it as if it was like little spots of lava. So red. Then you sort of get hotter in the middle, but instead of having one point where it's hot, I'm actually going to be doing lots of little dots around, and then anything from the embers to the end of the wood, I'm going to do sort of ashened, and then anything away from it that's still not burnt, sort of have a little blackened edge, and then just go to the normal color sort of thing.
I'd say I'd probably go a little bit different if that was me.
Yeah. Well, it ain't you, is it? It's in you.
I'd probably start off just a dry brush of black to give the charred effect, and then add all your bright spots in.
See, because of the texture of the wood, it's got a lot of raised details on it. So what I'm doing is I'm putting all this paint into those grooves, and then when I dry brush over it, it shouldn't affect those bright spots, and then I'll have like the charred effect on top.
Yeah.
See, pretending like I know what the frick I'm talking about.
I would say if I had anything that was wooden, I would give it a try as well. But all of my terrain is 40k, so it's all metal or.
Well, there we go. We
rubble.
have an exclusive. Rich has no wood.
I have no wood currently.
Currently.
Hey,
Barkley Biggle, how you doing? Hope you're well. Yes, thank you for reminding people to smash that like button, as it does help our videos to get seen by the masses, and of course,
does indeed.
It's a nice
hail the mighty algorithm.
Yes. All hail the mighty algorithm. And then, insert some random fake Latin words. I don't know any.
I only really know that scene from Monty Python, if I'm honest.
Okay. Terrible, mate. Terrible.
Why? Monty Python is amazing.
It is absolutely amazing, mate. But it's also terrible that you just. That's your reliable source of Latin.
Of Latin. I've got to be fair. When I was in when I was in school, because obviously being in Cambridgeshire, surrounded by a few good schools, my form tutor tried to teach me Latin because he was fluent in Latin, and I had
Fluent.
no Scooby what he was talking about.
Fluent.
Like, yeah, fluent Latin, like conversational Latin. It was sickening.
You know, but the thing is, right? People think, you know what, that's sad. But then, like, there are people who are fluent in made-up languages as well. And I think
Yeah.
just being fluent in a dead language is just as bad as that. You
I
know?
mean, I'm barely fluent in English.
I know, right? You've got that weird Aussie spin-off. Like, it's madness.
Yeah, I still think it's funny that in the shortly 35 years of my life, it is only until I've met Spud and Pickle that I've ever been mistaken for Australian.
Well, it's because they're the Northerners and they don't do English proper either.
I mean, yeah, that is true.
They got their weird backwards country bumpkin style.
With a broken turd.
Broken turd. It's toad. Turd. Stop talking about doo-doos, okay? It's toad.
I am looking forward to Pickle's Blood Bowl thing coming up in August, because it is basically just going to be like a north-south divide of taking the piss out of each other.
Well, I'm gutted because I'm gonna have to miss it because that weekend it's my youngest's third birthday.
Yeah, I suppose that's an acceptable reason.
I mean, if it weren't between that and just being short of money, like I would so be there. But it's going to cost me a mini fortune to get up there as well. 'Cause no car. I miss having a car for the flexibility of just driving up.
Just getting bored and randomly driving somewhere.
Yeah, being able to drive up to Warhammer World, you know, that was like do that 2 or 3 times a year, sorted. But
yeah, unfortunately, I'm about an hour and a half away. It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's about the same for me.
Man,
I just bomb it up the what was it, the M6 is it? Or the M1?
Yeah, be M6 for you, wouldn't it?
It is the M6, yeah.
Right.
Easy peasy. Alright, so as you can see, look, I'm getting the this weird effect going on. It looks absolutely dog doo-doo right now. But that's just the messy base work. The real work will come after I've put the bits of colour down. So I'm not going to put the yellow everywhere. It's just selected because, of course, you get some bright bits of ember and you get some darker bits of ember. Yeah. Well, I don't say darker, but you know, not as luminescent. Is that the right? I don't know. I don't know if that's the right one.
Luminescence is brightness. Yeah.
It is. I thought so.
You are correct. Can confirm.
Well, there we go. Thank you very much. So, what you got? Have you got any new tutorials lined up? Is there anything you're running after, or are you just taking a minute from them?
Oh, Pickles appeared in chat, just to let you know.
Oh, yeah,
he's been lurking.
He don't lurk. No, he's just.
In answer to your question, no. I've got a few. Oh no, I've got more than a few videos planned, but yeah, lack of time. But the next one's going to be a tutorial on how to make the Games Workshop white paints not absolutely suck.
Well, yeah, you just shake them well, I suppose.
No, still go chalky and patchy and disgusting.
I'll tell you what, Corex White, I've had this one for a while now, right? And it was pretty lumpy, but it made for perfect dry brushing material. So that's what I use it for, dry brushing everything. And like if you get a bit of it on your palette and just add a little bit of water or medium to it, then if you got to touch up any areas, it works fine for that. But I do like the white scar.
Oh no, not a fan of that one. Never have been.
No.
No, to be honest, I hate white paint generally, and I like in the video I'll explain why. But it's
just a tough.
It's
due
to the nature of it. Yeah.
It's a
without going too sciencey. It's all down to the pigment. Just doesn't react well.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough one. It's like some colors really do well, and then others would just be a bit sort of a struggle because they don't really reflect the light that well, so they sort of become a bit more translucent, opaque.
It like most yellows are exactly that. They never apply particularly thick. The pigment just isn't strong enough, so that's why it always tends to be really thin and patchy. Why it takes so many layers to build up like full opacity on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's annoying. But
there we go. Oh, Richard Smith just subscribed. How was he not subscribed already?
Has he hit the dislike button as well?
Probably. I don't know. I can't tell at this stage. Hey Adam, how you doing, mate? And I hope you are well, Mr. Pickle. Thank you again for joining us. Yes, you. Of course, you're devastated. I'm not there. I mean, who are you gonna keep making the same dumb "he copied me" jokes?
Oh, they'll still make them, even if you're not there.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's not as funny without me there. So
we'll just do it. We'll do it over Facebook Messenger to you.
Yeah, I can't dislike your game of Blood Bowl, so don't worry about it. And yes, Rich has helped to triple my numbers tonight, so thank you very much for being here. You absolute stud.
I do what I can.
So anyways, I hope you're all good in chat. Just let us all know if you haven't already what you're all up to, and if you haven't hit the like button already, go slap it. Slap it like a button. Or your other half's face, I mean, whichever motivates you the most to slap it.
I don't know if we can be promoting domestic violence, Kev.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like in a kinky way, not in an abusive way.
I was going to say, we do have Pickle and Pirate Queen Pickle in, and I would be very concerned for Pickle's safety.
Yes.
Because we all know who would win out of those two.
Yes. Oh, yes. Loki, right?
Well, obviously. Never bet against a cat.
No, cats fight very dirty.
Exactly.
All the claws and feces and.
Do you just say feces?
Yeah. They'll flick their feces at you if there's any nearby, I'm sure.
That is disgusting. I didn't know that. Although I'm not a cat person, I'm a dog person, and dogs fight fair.
Well, I grew up with dogs and cats. At one point, we had 3 cats and a dog. And my grandparents had 2 cats, and I was pretty much fine with them. I mean, I did now and then, like, I kind of got used to the idea of having to wash my hands after, like, petting them and stuff, and not rubbing my eyes, because then my eyes would sort of water up and get a bit itchy. But I thought that was a normal thing. I just thought that was just what happens to people sometimes, like if they rub their eyes after stroking animals. But then it wasn't until after my dog got given away for reasons, and our cat passed away, that when I went over to a friend's house a couple of years later, and they had a cat. I was like, oh yeah, no, I used to have a cat. Lovely. Gave it a little stroke. 10 minutes later, I feel like I'm having a blooming asthma attack, and I'm like, I don't have asthma. I can't freaking breathe. Coughing and spluttering. Nose is streaming, eyes are streaming. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And of course, I grew up with the animals, so I had a sort of not an immunity to it, but like a resistance. Like there was some sort of my immune system had become accustomed to, them being there.
Got used to it, yeah.
And then with them gone, my immune system just relaxed, and it turned out I was actually quite allergic to cats, mildly allergic to dogs. I get hives on my arms if I cuddle a dog for too long, but that's it.
Oh.
Like I can be around.
I couldn't deal with that. I could not deal with that.
Yeah, it's a bit rubbish, really. But yeah, I still enjoy seeing the animals. I'll just give them a quick stroke, and then I'll go and I'll wash my hand afterwards, and it's not really a problem after that. If I visit anyone or any of my mates who've got pets and stuff, I have to dose up, and it's just so
I was going to say, can you take like Benadryl or something like that?
Yeah, Puritan or some nonsense like that, but it's not the same, And it still gets you though. Definitely. It still gets you in the back of the chest. But Loki the cat has joined us and said yes, he would win. And Adam has volunteered as Pickles champion. Bring it on, Wendy. Of course. We're still waiting for those socks with Adam's and Josh's face, like facing each other. It's like when you put your feet together, it's like they're smooching.
Is that going on the merch store?
That's going on the merch store, yeah. We just have to wait for Wendy to draw it up. So I'm and tabletop ready minis. How you doing? And we've got Kara and Karmasar as well. Oof. Oh, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Again, if you haven't already, smash that like button as always, and let us know what you're all up to. Like Monkeys and Daydream Believer. Oh, okay.
That's one of those songs that I always think I know, and then when I actually try and like get it in my head, it just disappears.
Yeah, you know what it sounds like, and then when you go to hum it in your head, it's like, oh, it's gone. I actually had that problem earlier today, right? But it was, the Tenacious D, the final showdown between them and the devil,
the Beelzebub one. Yeah.
And it's like when Jack goes, wait, and he goes, come on, bring the thunder. And then for some reason, I just could not carry on the tune in my head from there. That little bit, the little interlocking bit between that moment and then when it start going, come on, kid, now it's time to break doors down. But the little bit
I don't
in
think
between,
I can remember it now.
Yeah,
no,
but the little bit in between, I was like, how does that connect? I can't do it. No. It was so.
I mean, I am one of those people that if I didn't have a head full of like obscure 90s lyrics, I would probably be a genius, because like the stuff that I can sit and recite is ridiculous. But
become one.
Admittedly not Spice Girls.
Oh, bro. Come on now. Everyone was into Spice Girls. Everyone. Even the 90s goths.
I mean, I will say I did have both Spice Girls albums, but I believe that I've possibly repressed those memories.
Maybe. Maybe.
Bit like Britney Spears lyrics.
Oh God. baby. Alright. So we go. They're still going in the chat. Oh man. Boffnet's joined us. How you doing, mate?
They're all sneaking in.
I know, right? It's just slowly filtering in. Sweet.
Hmm.
We've got 10 likes on there and 18 viewers at the moment. Sweet. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. And as always, if you are working on something tonight, let us know what's going on. Rich from SprayBlack Studios is currently working on some bases and maybe thinking about possibly coming to grips with the idea that one day he's got a lot of rubbish miniatures to paint.
They're not rubbish. They're really good miniatures. There's just lots of them.
Yes. And I'm just practicing sort of doing burning embers at the moment. So I started with like the kind of lava effect, sort of, you know, like red, then a little bit orange, and then yellow as a bright spot. Going around with the black for the charred wood. And now I'm going to start layering on greys for the ash. So just hopefully it works out. And I'm just going to lightly, because it's all raised areas over the spots that I painted, like the grain of the wood. So hopefully, I might have to stipple on the flat sides actually. But if I just brush over, then it'll look like the embers are deeper in the wood and the ash is sort of on the outer parts of it.
Yeah.
And if this works out, then I might just not bother doing anymore because, oh my god, it's taking forever. No, I'm joking. But I might actually just, you know, wrap it up in a video so people can benefit from it, because, you know, it's a pretty handy thing to do if you want to like do fireplaces, or if you've got like some ruins or some battle scarred like terrain, just want a bit of a glowy embers effect going on.
So I will quickly film a video this weekend on exactly how to do it.
Mate, I know how long it takes you to film a video, right? You couldn't possibly. No way. I could drop the idea for you to copy right now, and 3 months later you might have almost finished editing it. But you just couldn't get the light right, and then the RBG just kept like misaligning and all that nonsense, and I'll be like, I just filmed it on my phone.
Yeah,
we're not chicken dinner.
I am way too much of a camera nerd for my own good.
Just a little bit. I mean, it's not so bad. I mean, the level of your work lately, like that Sigfold video was absolutely stunning. Like the way you filmed it with the backdrop and all the lighting and everything, that was awesome. Did you have like a rig for that sort of slide over, or did you put it in a box and just slide it across the table?
Believe it or not, the vast majority of that was done in the edit.
Oh, okay, no, I get it. So
of that
you did
intro
wide
bit.
So you did a wide shot and then just had it pan from left to right.
Yeah, so because I shoot everything in 4K, but I only ever edit in HD, so in 1080.
Yeah,
I've got all of that extra like footage, as it were, or all that extra resolution to play with.
Yeah.
So I can just punch in on something like that.
It's crazy.
And so do the zooms.
But how much does it just like kill your machine to mess around with 4K?
Not that much, because being the massive geek that I am, I also built my own PC a year or so ago. So just before I started the channel, just before I started the channel, I dropped best part of probably about £1,000 building my own. So I mean, it's a ridiculous gaming rig as well. Not that I do much in the way of online gaming, not anymore. Don't get time. But yeah, it is a ridiculous gaming rig as well.
That's another thing about being a YouTuber. Like, you lose the gaming time. Like if you're busy with full-time work, you got a family and that, your spare time is the YouTube game.
Oh, that's me and Pickle. I mean, we regularly talk about this. It is just so demanding sometimes that, like, the last, like, I don't know, 10, 15 models that I've painted have all been for the channel.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, I'm not getting chance to do my own stuff, which is why I've picked up all these Gene Stealer cult to give me something different to do.
There's a reason why I keep falling behind on the magazine issues, especially. Like, if they were bi-weekly, I wouldn't fall behind so much, but they're weekly. So, like, you get deliveries of 4 every month, sometimes at the beginning and very end of a month.
Yeah.
And it's just, dude, I can't, like, even doing the step-by-step painting, it still takes so much time to do.
Yeah. It really is. Like,
and when you've got to film it as well, it takes a lot of time to get the shot right. Then you're like, ah, crap, I didn't quite get that because it went blurry or whatever. You went out of focus, out of shot, and then you got to redo it on something else. And then before you know it, you've wasted a couple of evenings just filming this simple little thing that would take you 10 minutes normally, like if you're doing it for yourself.
Like, I always joke about it, but like that Space Wolf video that I've just done, that was probably about 40 to 50 hours. So I've effectively done like a full-time working week just on that one video.
And I bet you were rolling in the pennies from AdSense from that, right?
Something like that. I can tell you exactly how much it was, actually. I'll give you a clue. Not very much.
I can imagine. No, AdSense isn't much at all. It's enough to top up your paints.
Estimated revenue on my Space Wolf video was £8.18.
And that was
in 2 weeks.
How many views?
Views 1,783.
Oh, that's brutal. That is absolutely brutal. And now you know why, chat, that YouTubers normally push for Patreon or subscribe features and stuff like that. They put in so much time and effort for the content for you to watch for free that they need to subsidize it somehow. So that's why we got our merch and subscribe and donations and stuff like that, because it helps us keep creating that fantastic content that you enjoy. So so you should always, it doesn't matter who your favorite YouTuber is, you should always try and support them. Even just liking, sharing and commenting on a video helps, because then more people will see it, the more interaction there is. So therefore they, if you can't even spare the money, just the interaction alone is enough to help support a channel.
It also actually helps your earning as well, because if you've got a video that's got loads of interaction on it, so loads of comments, loads of likes on it, they consider that there's more people watching it like properly, fully. So actually you're more likely to get like more money per ad on a video that's got really good interaction on it.
And if you're really good, you get the yellow card videos. You know those ones which are like 15 minutes long, like those adverts, right? And then then you're laughing. That's enough to get your own marina for your YouTube yacht.
If only. If only.
All right, so I think I need just a bit more. I think I needed to go a bit light on the grey, but I think I've almost got the effect that I wanted. So there you go. It's like ashen wood, a little bit of charring, and then some random spots of like ember sort of like thing going on there. So
I mean, that's fairly quick to get that done.
Well, it was just one spar of wood. I just wanted to try it, because if it didn't come out well, then I could just paint over that one bit. But the flatter area,
spray it black and start again.
Nah. Hey Andy Allen, how you doing, mate? Could you join us? Sorry I didn't see you before. Oh, Pirate Queen Pickle, right? The plastic northerner is now acting like she can't understand us southerners. Isn't she from Sussex or Essex or somewhere like that?
Yeah, I mean, we did work out she is more south than I am.
Yeah. So there. You're from down south. Don't pretend you ain't otherwise. Get out
that
my
went quite
pub.
Essex, that.
Yeah. Alright, so I think that does it. So I hope Total Nova's still here. Oh, Raven Rook's just joined us. How you do, buddy?
Yeah.
How you do?
I mean, again, a lot of the chillers are appearing.
I know, just one after the other.
Yeah.
I think Total Nova said that he couldn't be here too late because he had to go at a certain time. But I hope they got to see that. If not, I mean, I'm kind of happy with that. It's not the best. I can get a bit lighter. Oh, it's in Essex, go in it. Oh damn. Well, there we go. Well, you really acclimatized though. Like really. I mean, you your accent drops now and then, but for the most part, when we've heard you speak, you sound like you've spent a long time up north, like a crazy amount of time up north.
Certainly doesn't sound Essex accent.
It doesn't.
Also, I like that we've spent like half of this stream just talking about accents.
Yeah, why not? I mean, like, one recurring guest of my show is I've got this little baby Groot beanie, and this one show we were just messing around with accents, right? But like in I am Groot. And the one that stuck was a Glaswegian Groot. It was like, I am Groot. But because he's baby Groot, so he'd be like, I am Groot.
It just sounds like you're saying Iron Brew.
I know, right?
Probably why it works so well.
I am Groot, you bastard. Oh, there's a good laugh. So he makes a passing visit now and then. I've even got a little I got a little wristband on his forehead, like a bandana. Just he's like little Rambo style, but it's got like a Pokeball and Pikachu repeating around it.
Very random.
I know. This is good luck though. Oh dear. You say up north, and if I try to go north, it's a different country. All right, Lupus, we get ya. We get ya. You're for Newcastle. Newcastle pet.
Ah, Newcastle. He might be able to get me a Parmo.
He's a Geordie pet. Andy still doesn't know what's happening. So, welcome to the Hobby Corner. No, Void, I haven't got rotten wood. My wood is on fire right now. So, yeah.
You got hot wood.
I got hot wood, baby. What's that? I just pretend to sound northern so everyone can understand me and not throw rocks at me and send me back. How's Barracoon Pickle? So there you go. We have the exclusive. Though to be honest, I mean that takes serious commitment to stick to that.
Yeah.
What was it? Rotherham. Some like backwater area, sort of kind of northish, but not quite north. But then like it's varying degrees of northerner, isn't there? Like, and anyone who's like a mile more like south by a mile, you just look down on disgust. It's just like, oh, you're not a northerner. It's like we live in the same town.
Anyone north of Nottingham is a northerner to me.
Basically, yeah. It's when the accent changes, right? It goes
start
from
making sense.
Yeah, exactly. And they start changing how words are pronounced. Like, you know, it's madness. I mean, we can forgive the Welsh for having different accent because they're just wild barbarians in a little corner. You know, we love them. We love them for who they are. They don't pretend to be anything otherwise. They're beautiful people with a very musical sounding accent. You go up north and it just sounds like they're angry all the time. So I understand why Pirate Green Pickle is like desperately trying to blend in with the natives, so to speak. Anyways, off of the whole accent thing, just blasting out so much nonsense about accents. So how are you getting on with the bases?
Not too bad. So I am actually slightly surprised.
There we go.
That
so everyone
nobody
can see
commented.
What you're doing. Yeah, I've just maximised you. So
there we are. Yes, I was surprised no one actually commented, but I have just been using some streaking grime on them.
Nice.
So yeah, so bit of weathering done, bit of lilac oxide added in.
Yes.
And yeah, we're going to tidy them up a little bit.
I mean,
some pigments.
When Citadel do the paints right, they really do the paints right. And I think lilac oxide is one of those where it was like, okay, yeah, pat yourselves on the shoulder for that. You did good.
Yeah, I mean, that one is very good, especially if you water it down a little bit.
Yes.
Makes such a difference.
The verdigris sort of effect, like it literally does like roll off the brush. Beautiful.
I don't know. I've just started shaking a pot of Rise of Rust, and I have no idea. It must just be like natural
it's basically
habit.
Putty though, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I am going to thin it down, but
you know what?
Yeah, I have no idea why.
I was a little bit confused when I first got a pot of Rise of Rust like a few years back, and I was like, oh, man, this is real dry. They're supposed to be dry. And then I put some onto a palette and I moved it around a bit. And I was like, oh no, actually it spreads quite okay. And I added a bit of water to it, and I was like,
that makes sense.
Yeah, this will do. Right, so let's.
Yeah, I mean the Rise of Rust is pretty decent as well. It's another.
Yeah, Typhus Corrosion though. That's a mixed bag. I think it's all right. It's good for doing like like splash marks and stuff, but it just destroys your brushes.
It's all about how you use it.
Yeah,
so as with most of them, to be honest.
There is my burnt wood with some glowing embers in there. I'm not sure if you can still see it because the light. I have to get some decent pictures going on there. I have to catch the light on the grain of the wood.
Yeah.
You're acting like you can see it.
I can see it.
Oh, you got it up on screen now?
Yeah, I've got the video open.
Yeah.
So I am on a bit of a delay, but
there we go. Look, you can closer, so you can see there's little spots of ember in there, in the grooves of the wood, and that's ideally what's there. And then there we go. So I did that as a subscriber call out. So I think we lost a lot of viewers as well because we were slagging off Northerners.
Had a mass exodus off the stream.
Yeah. South Texas is about. Oh, your camera's gone.
My camera died.
Did the
battery have to have a changeover. No, it's the monitor.
You and your tech wizardry. Well, while we're doing that, you can have a look at my face.
No, we don't want to lose more.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, so that's me. That's my painting done for the night. I'm glad I did that.
What?
It's a nice bit of fun. So I am going to fall back on my default of putting together some more pagan minis. As you see, as the viewers can see at home, we've got the Vargar leader up there, and there's a couple of Huskarls at the back. So my idea. Oh, hey Amy, how you doing? The hair, though. What about the hair? Don't get rude, yeah. Or I'll
I'm not
get
saying
Gran.
anything.
I get Gran to cut you off. So Amy's my cousin, so let the banter flow. All right. You can talk about my hair, but at least it's all mine. No extensions here. No hair dye. These greys are real. Good to see you, though. All right, so I'm gonna flick back to this nonsense here. Let's minimize my face so everyone can see the beautiful work you're working on.
I wouldn't go that far. It's quite messy.
Yeah, but what I haven't done, is I need to put.
You also did just project your home address to everybody.
No, I didn't. Don't be silly. Video capture device. There we go. Add source. Marinara, please. No, wait, barbecue. No, wait, ranch.
Barbecue.
No, wait, chipotle. I can't decide. Mix it all
Sweet
together.
chili. The answer is always sweet chili.
Sweet chili.
Even if you're having a meatball sub, sweet chili. It's the way forward.
There we go. Look, I've got a little mini screen of me. Booyah. Booyah! I hit you with the booyah. I ain't messing around. Copy that. Look at this. Look, on the fly, I'm doing this. I could have done split screen, so none of them would see all of this work. But you know what? It's part of the amazing
part of the
magic.
Experience.
Yeah, it's all magic. This is like you're seeing the magic of YouTubing happen right before your eyes. Look at that. Ooh. Yes. That frame did move on its own. There we go. Boom. There we go. Right, so kind of see what I'm doing. Let's see what you're doing. Look at this. This is, oh yeah. Gonna shoot you with my arrows, mofo. And I got some more Vargar going on as well. This is the metal version of the resin one that is one of the fantastic prizes. So looking forward to putting that together. And this dude, oh yeah.
Oh, that one is a beautiful sculpt.
Right. And you know what? There isn't one that I don't like. Though I always feel like there's so much resin gone to waste with these like blocks. I just feel like, it's a shame I can't melt it back down.
You should try buying something from Forge World then.
I've seen that. It's mental. But I guess it's needed, isn't it, to hold it all together?
Yeah, I mean, some of it, when I did my Fire Raptor, I think it was, for my Raven Guard, like the sheer amount of resin that came off that was insane. Nice model though, even if it did give me the only actual scar that I've ever had in my entire life.
Bothnet's trying to make me think that I gave away my address. How would I have given away my address? There's no way to do it. I ain't falling for that nonsense. Get out of here. So let's see what's going on in chat. We're all going to send spam to Kev now. Awesome.
Also talking about you being in IKEA.
I haven't been to IKEA in ages. Actually, since the one time after that live show that I was on.
God, that show was ridiculous. It was so funny.
There's people coming in and out of it as well.
Between you in IKEA car park and Spud just appearing
at the club
in the toilet.
It's just like, yeah, I'm at a club. You know, I'm blasted. I just needed a wee. I thought I'd say hello. It's just like, what are you doing? I was gutted though, because I really was trying everything I could to be on time and be at home, so that, you know, I could be a part of the show longer.
It was a really good laugh to me.
It was, and it just supplied endless amounts of banter about IKEA for like forever.
Well, clearly it's still going.
I know. That was what, a year ago now? Over a year?
No, it must have been Christmas time, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah, it must have been.
Yeah.
It was the quiz, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, yes. Before, like, when they thought, oh yeah, let's just quickly unlock everything, and then they went, oh no, we're locking it back down again. Thanks. Yeah. Let's sign him up to all the dodgy mail. Well, I mean, what can you sign me up to that I'm not already signed up to? You know? Thanks for all those years of just randomly saying, yeah, I accept all cookies. That's it. On.
What sort of cookies?
Cookies. I'm gutted to have Street viewed his house and Kev wasn't sitting outside painting. Joke's on you. The street view on my bit hasn't been updated in years. There's a tree on there that's been cut down 4 years ago that actually blocks the view of my door. So, and that's in the neighbour's garden, because the Google people couldn't be asked to drive around the car park properly. So I'm not even on the main street either. So yeah. Know what you're talking about.
I mean, Google Street View doesn't even have my house. Google Aerial View doesn't have my house currently.
Really?
Yeah.
Just out in the sticks then?
No, I'm on a new build thing. So they just haven't updated it yet.
So it's probably like just brownfields then.
It's an old RAF base.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, they did something similar to the old army barracks up in Uxbridge. They battened all that down, and then they just built basically another town on top of that base. It's crazy.
Government trying to recoup some money.
Oh, obviously, yeah, of course. But it's crazy the amount of space that was there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to keep that little bit underneath that foot, actually, just to help stabilize it a bit. I can hide it in there. Boom. Cool. Right. He'll have been at IKEA. No. The nearest IKEA to me is too far away to bus it, and like, because I don't have a car anymore, it's just not worth going to IKEA. So
it's like, always worth going to IKEA, especially if you get meatballs.
Oh, the meatballs, mate. You don't just get the meatballs though, right? You get the hot dog with all the toppings, the fries, the really bad selection of soft drinks that they have.
Yeah.
You get yourself a pot of meatballs and one of the donuts.
I see. I normally go for the dime bar dessert because that's glorious.
Well, no, you only get that if you're sitting in, right? And you're dining,
I always
you're
sit in.
dining fancy like at IKEA.
Oh, I always do that. Standard. Thought everyone did that.
Well, sometimes you gotta go. And you just get the meatballs and
When
stuff.
you gotta
on the
go,
way
you
out.
gotta go.
Yeah, exactly. Excuse
Good
me,
words,
we're
bud.
wasting daylight, and I want to get my calyx put together. Thank you very much.
Right. How's that stuck?
Can we just applaud though, right? Just this is the last IKEA thing to say, right? But can we just applaud how flexible and modular the IKEA selection is?
Oh, it's insane. It's like my whole hobby room is IKEA.
Everything and anything fits or connects, or it's like basically the new Games Workshop train sets. Everything can mix and match. Right, but you could do that with your furniture. It's mental.
Yeah, I'm literally surrounded by IKEA currently. The desk I bodged together through using IKEA stuff. I've got a Kallax to my right. I've got a Kallax behind me.
Kallax to the left of me. Kallax to the right. Here I am, stuck in IKEA with you. Those, I have to say, those Alpha Legion are looking pretty cool as well. By the way,
yeah,
I like the shiny effect you got going there.
These have been sat a fair while, to be honest, without actually having much done with them. I've been too lazy. So I thought it's about time I actually got these ones finished.
It's about time.
It's about damn time.
Goddamn time. So yeah, if you don't already follow Mr. Rich from SprayBlack Studios, there are links in the description to his YouTube and his brand new Discord channel, which him and the immersive the immersive world crafter, there we go, got it, co-created, called Welcome to the Grimdark, and it's dedicated to all things Grimdark. And I've had a quick look on there earlier today because I finally got the link to get on, and yeah, it was pretty darn good. There's a lot of stuff going on.
It's
already.
only been. I was going to say it's only been going a few days, 3-4 days. I think it's been
like
up.
That, yeah.
But yeah, we've all got a few people in there already, and there's been some awesome stuff posted already. Actually, a couple of fairly epic looking conversions.
Right. All right, see you, Rich. Don't forget to leave a dislike. Yeah, we know it's you now. You've been outed.
Been rumbled.
You've been rumbled. I'm telling Farrell on you. See how long you last. So you drive up the gap to the car park between number 7 and number 8, and you are up on the right. Nice car park. Who's in the convertible Merc? What are you talking about? He's still wrong. It's amazing. And yes, it would be awesome if I got an IKEA sponsorship tonight, or if both of us. That would
be epic.
It would be awesome, right?
I'm not even fussed. Just free meatballs.
Free
that
meatballs.
Is all I would want.
Free meatballs, and they replace all of my furniture.
That's just free meatballs for me.
Well, okay, I've got a higher price tag then. Yeah.
I'm a simple man. Simple pleasures.
Yeah, you just fill his belly and he'll roll over like a good doggy.
Pretty much.
I just have this image. They go, here you go, here's the meatballs. Yeah, eat up, very good boy. They stroke your tummy, and you go.
If they give me a lifetime supply of meatballs, then hell yeah.
To be fair, I did sound more Swedish than Norwegian, so I do apologise out there. Surprisingly, actually, there isn't too much of a difference. When a Norwegian speaks, good standard English, which a lot of them can. I mean, it is quite difficult to say if they are Norwegian, like until they'll say the occasional word which gives away the accent. But yeah, I mean and from the Netherlands as well. They're crazy. I bet
they're
all
better.
cousins basically, aren't we?
Well, when I went to Sweden 2-3 years ago, and I genuinely believe that the vast majority of Swedes speak better English than most of us do.
That's true. Oh, that's where you got my address from. Oh, whoops. Well, send me free stuff then.
Might not be free stuff that you want.
Yeah, as long as it's not boxes of feces, I'm happy. I don't know why my mind went straight to that, but I'm just predicting that someone out there would be like, I've got to walk my dog in a minute. But, good luck getting that past the postal worker.
Don't be silly. They don't pay that much attention.
Just stick fragile stickers all around it, and they go, all right, and then they just toss it in the bag anyway.
No, they'll just kick it.
Yeah, give it a few kicks. Did it whimper? No. Is it leaking? Kinda. This brown stuff, but no worries, it's fine. Must be cosmetics.
Is it glowing? No, we're fine.
Is it making a ticking sound? Oh, I love the level of hobby chit chat we've got going on, right?
Yeah.
Warhammer Plus.
I did warn you.
Warhammer Plus. What's your thoughts?
I'm not sure at the moment. I was discussing this with a couple of my local guys who are absolutely raving about it. It's as sad as it is. I think I'm considering doing it just for that Vindicare Assassin model.
I mean, that would sell it for a lot of people, I think.
Well, I figure if it's it's a 50 quid for the year, isn't it?
Yeah, they're doing a Disney Plus still, basically.
Yeah,
but you get tons of freebies.
Yeah, so I figure if it's 50 quid, that model alone is going to be worth probably 30 quid.
Yeah,
judging by the size of the ridiculous size base. So if I wanted to get it, the scalpers are going to be looking like 40 odd quid, or I could just pay 50, get it properly, get it.
Well, you haven't seen Goldfish Blue then, mate. Like, they get away with charging the most ridiculous amounts.
Outside, some of the prices are ridiculous for the. I looked at the what was the commissar they did a little while ago? They did a female commissar. Was it Severina Rain?
Yeah.
Model, and it was really, really nice model. But they obviously did it typical Games Workshop did is limited release.
Yeah.
And it was insane money it was going for on eBay. I was just like, yeah, I'm just not even.
It's like the new McFarlane action figures are out at the moment, and there's different color schemes for the Sisters of Battle, and there's this ivory one, which supposedly is quite a rare one, and that's been popping up on eBay for like 70-80 quid.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Why? Oh, Elster Nation has just popped in. How's it going, man? Glad you could stay up past your bedtime to hang out with us, mate. It sounds like I'm mocking, but I know that you do have a really good routine where you get up at before the birds do, and you're out there waking the birds up rather than them waking you up, and you're already painted half an army. So yeah, I'm glad you could join us, man.
Watched about 4 episodes of Future Man.
Yes, always on the repeat.
I had to get a reference in at some point.
Of course. Nut face juice.
This is where we lose the other half of your viewers.
Oh dear, I'm not too worried about that. You know, I'm gonna be honest. The view count lately hasn't been too great, but between the D&D groups and there just being better content creators out there, like I'm not too mad, to be honest. I'm just glad that people do stop by to say hello because I appreciate that.
To be honest, we're having a bit of a chat about this the other day, and I kind of me and Pickle did mention that we are getting towards like coming out of lockdown. So I think we've had inflated like viewer counts and stuff on videos during all this time.
Yeah.
Because people haven't been going out and doing stuff. Most people have struggled for anything bar sitting at home and watching Muppets like us talking and hobbying.
I had a similar thought, right? After I heard a couple of fellow YouTubers mention that their viewership had dropped, like not just live streams but actual videos as well. And it's been sort of on a slow decline over the last couple of months. So I actually went around some of the bigger channels, you know, like Miniac, Midwinter Minis, and that. And you compare, all right, given that some videos will obviously do better than others, and some videos will still get decent viewership over a long period of time, you can kind of see there is a slight trend where the newer videos now are not doing as well as the ones, say, 4 months ago.
Yeah.
So but you know, it happens. And then, like, you never know, it might pick up again around winter or over the summer holidays, or you never know.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've probably also got a little bit on the fact that obviously during lockdown, a lot of people started creating, and now they're actually got a life. They're not doing as many videos. They're not creating as much. So then you're not getting as many views because you're not getting the recommended views off their videos, and it's all a bit of a knock-on effect. So
there's so many aspects to that algorithm.
It sends you mad.
Oh yeah. Should I have his arm like? I mean, I already just put glue on it, but should I have his arm like that, or should I have his arm down? It seems more natural to have his arm down. Have his arm down, then I could have his arm up. I already put the glue on it, and it's super glue.
That's right. It's easy enough to break off.
That's true. That is one thing that I miss about Metal Minis. I haven't worked with Metal Minis in so long. Oh, hello, Corey Wolfhart. How you doing?
I will say that one isn't me for this time.
Right.
I believe that is Mr. Elston.
Well, I think so too. That's fine, as long as he's watching. As long as he's part of it. Though that's a lot of effort to log out and then log into another thing. And
yeah.
Are there any Brothers of Battle? Yes, they're called Space Marines. So there you go.
Space Marines.
Space Marines. Rich, need advice on Rust. Is there a advice section on your Discord?
Ooh, Rust. There is a section that you can ask questions, and that is probably your best place to do so. Alternatively, I mean, we are here after all.
Yeah, we can show you.
What is it Rust particularly that he needs help on rusting up?
Yeah.
Whether it's
you got the experts right here.
Exactly.
Oh, bollocks! I just jizzed super glue all over my fingers.
It's not a hobby session unless you've got super glue on you at some point.
It's been a long time though. Like I've already put some of the stuff together, and like I didn't get any issues, and now I know I just got a bit excited. There we go. Right. You go. I'll just use it to glue sections onto the base. There we go. Got his arm glued on. It's gonna have to have an overlap on the base with his back foot.
As long as you're not stuck to it as well.
Oh yeah. Well, I got you know, like people they use like activator and stuff like that to make super glue set faster. All you need
Yep.
is a little bit of water. Does the same job.
It does, but it's also really dangerous.
Why?
If you drop super glue into water, or if you mix it with water, it actually releases cyanide gas.
Not enough to do any harm.
Is enough to do damage. I know someone who's lost their sense of smell because of it.
Why would they sniffing it then? It says do
They
not
weren't. It
inhale
was like-
the glue.
It was dropped into a water pot, and yeah, loads of cyanide gas came up and burnt the inside of his nose.
Well, don't use Gorilla Glue then, I guess. There's a reason why it's so strong.
Yeah.
Oh, Elston's saying it's not me, honest.
Elston sus.
He's always sus, yeah. Loki the cat is saying it's not them as well. Wow.
I mean, that one I believe.
Right. So Tabletop Ready Minis has a rusted sword on a grey unclean one. I need advice as don't believe it looks right. As had to go with paint, so as no technical paints etc. I will post pick in Discord. So you don't have the Rise of Rust. Well, if you got like any orange like Fire Dragon Bright, that will do. Again, just water it down because you want it to sort of pull slightly in the recesses, and then you can just use the tip of your brush to just drag it out so you got like the lines coming down, so where you want it to look like any kind of liquid is splashed onto it, and try to rinse some of it away. And there you go, job done. And if you want to dry brush over it, you can, or you can stipple some silver over some of it on like the edge bits where the rust effect is, and then that looks like the fresher metal underneath got chipped a bit and took away some of that rust. Is that it?
So I normally recommend as well, if you can do rust by painting, is to try and get a bit of variation in it. So rather than just using a single tone of orange, or if you're going for a really dark of like a orangey brown, if you mix it up a little bit and put a couple of light spots, so like you would highlight it, so put a few light spots in it as well, it sells the effect and makes it look a little bit less flat.
Yeah,
which it can quite easily do.
Because rust can be a bit dirty, can't it?
Oh god, yeah. And it's also dependent on, because it's a natural process, it will occur faster in certain spots, it will go kind of different, it will react differently in different areas. So it could even be a case of, say you've got the I don't think I've got anything with a sword around to actually demonstrate it, but if you've got the actual sword, obviously the cutting edge of it, the bits that are going to get more dinged up are actually less likely to be rusty because they're going to get worn away, and where that rust builds up is then going to get further worn away. So
I actually got
getting it in,
an example
in the right
to
spot.
hand. So wonder if you could see that properly. So you see, like it's largely in the recess areas because that's where the water would pool mostly, and of course it's the water that corrodes the metal. So that's where you'd largely want it, and then of course, like you said, any cutting edges like that, you would just sort of highlight it a little bit so that it looks like the fresher metal has been revealed underneath all the grime and the rust and stuff. And yeah, you can vary the depth of it, so you can go over some areas with a little bit more and go lighter on other areas and stuff like that. So there's lots of ways of varying it as well.
Yeah, and I mean, there are a couple of really good videos out there. I probably will do one myself at some point relatively soon. But there are some really good videos. Juan Hidalgo, he does a ridiculously good one on how to do rusted weapons, and his is all painting, so no effects. And yeah, I mean, he is a little bit ridiculous. He obviously goes to quite great lengths to actually get it done. But most of these you can like cut it back a little bit. You don't have to go quite as far as someone like he would. Much like I tend to say when I'm doing my color schemes. So when I'm doing like my videos, like my Space Wolf, obviously I put a lot of effort into the weathering, into the chipping of it, which you don't have to do. It's just like a nice added extra that just pushes it up a little bit.
Gives it that extra bit of texture as well, doesn't it?
Exactly. But I mean, if you really want to do rust properly, then just get some of this stuff.
That'll do.
So weathering pigments are literally the one for me.
Turn it at 180.
If used right, they're just so good, and they're not even expensive. Like, I think
turn them
these...
180 so we can see what they.
Oh, I'm upside down, aren't I? Because I'm on the overhead.
There you go. Is Flaggio or whatever. Flaggio.
Vallejo.
Let's
see if I can. Whoop.
Oh, super zoom.
So something like this.
No super zoom.
Can I super zoom?
Yeah. Super zoom. Whoa! Oh Christ!
Too much super zoom.
Too much super zoom.
There we are. Focusing. So yeah, so something like this. They're literally maybe, I think I pay like £4 a pot, which sounds relatively expensive, but it is not at all for what you get. Like, they last for ages.
See you, Dyson. Hope you're good, man. Have a good night. Sorry, I just quickly read that while you were explaining your bit, I just quickly noticed that Corey and Elston are having a little argument, a bit of a squabble in the chat. That's dedication, man.
In the Truffle Dome.
In the Truffle Dome. You battle to the death in the Truffle Dome.
Oh, maybe I need to start watching that again.
Right.
I need to start it again. The problem is it's only 3 seasons, so you smash through it, and then it's just really disappointing when it's ended again.
Well, the thing is, right, like when Elster went on about it, like, I was like, what the hell is this? This sounds so absolutely crazy, right?
And it is.
And it absolutely is. It's everything it described and more.
Yeah.
But then when I started watching it, some bits were like a little bit familiar. Then I realised I've seen the first couple of episodes like years ago because my uncle was raving on about it, and at the time I was like, oh, look, you know, I'm not going to get Amazon Prime, blah 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 blah.
Just for that, yeah.
Yeah. And it just seemed like really wacky and a bit mad, but it was a good laugh. And then, yeah, when he recommended it, I was like, this sounds absolutely batshit crazy. I'll have a look. And then I saw it. I was like, yeah, I love it. And I just smashed through it.
That stream that Elston recommended it, I think I went straight off and I smashed out like 3 or 4 episodes that night. I think I actually went to bed at about 2 a.m. after watching them. Because I was literally, I saw the first one and I was like, that was amazing. Second one. And then just kept going.
Yeah. I had a couple of evenings like that as well, where I just couldn't put it down. I was like, oh, just one more episode. And it just, like, even the filler is ridiculous as well.
Yeah. Well, that's what I found with it, is that actually for me there aren't any filler episodes. Like, they are all good. Like, some are better than others, like the ridiculous Top Gun volleyball montage episode and stuff like that. But every episode was compelling.
Or the miscellaneous body part swapping.
yeah. I mean, that was
and that never getting fixed. And I just
Yeah, I
like
mean,
how that happened across pretty much all the timelines as well.
yeah. I just like that. Like the final comment, it was like, "I will wear it as a badge of honor."
Yeah. Oh man, it still saw more action with Corey than it did with Joshy Juice.
Pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah.
Although saying that final one with Jesus and Marilyn Monroe and
Abraham Lincoln.
got plenty of work out then.
Abraham Lincoln, man.
Thing is, no one in chat apart from Elston will understand half of this.
And Corey Whiteheart, of course.
Oh, and Corey Wolfhart, of course, whoever that may be.
Oh, I called him Whiteheart for some reason. Whoops. No, I will not go into the Truffle Dome just over a name. Whoopsie. All right. So. The Truffle Dome. His throat must have been so sore, like after every episode.
He's got quite a gruff voice anyway, hasn't he?
Still, he like
been in a few things. That actually reminds me. I need to have a chat with Elston because I did that little competition and I've got to paint a model for him. So I need him to decide what he wants for the guess the music little comp I did.
Guess the music.
Yeah.
Tell us
with the when I posted up the ending music in our little group.
Yeah. No, that was ridiculous, and I knew it was that show. I just couldn't remember which bit. And then when it was mentioned what bit it was, I was like, no. I laughed my ass off, and then I went back and rewatched that last bit. I died. That was like the best way to end a TV show ever. Like,
yeah, I mean,
it was proper left. It was a left hook out of nowhere. Just like you thought, okay, I'm safe now. It's done. Oh, what did they do?
Definitely not. I mean, I was really sad that it had finished. Like, I was gutted that it had finished, but of a way of ending it, that was perfect. It was just spot on.
Yeah, I don't think it could have gone on anymore, to be honest. Like, then it would start feeling a bit drawn out, like Rick and Morty.
I think they could have got another season out of it. I mean, my ideal, I would have wanted to see them do like a feature, like not a full film, but like an hour and a half feature or something like that on it.
Oh my days.
I think that would have been epic.
That would have just been. What would they even do with it though?
I mean, there's who saw the events in the third series before they actually happen. So I mean, they've got plenty of ideas, I'm sure.
That is true, actually. That is true. And they could do anything, you know. I mean, it's time travel shenanigans.
Exactly.
They'll do a what if spin off. You know, what if their pieces didn't get swapped over?
I mean, a whole film about that would be hilarious. I'm not sure it'd get many viewers, but it would be funny.
Right. Was it a better ending than The Sopranos? Now, you're going to probably curse me, but I never watched The Sopranos. I saw a couple of episodes that were dotted here and there, but that was it. I didn't really...
The Sopranos was an atrocious ending. The ending of The Sopranos was possibly the worst thing that I've seen.
Yeah.
I hate it. I know it like other people have. I mean, Elston's just commented saying that it's the best thing he's known to man. Oh, I think he might have meant he may have meant Future Man there actually.
Yeah.
But I hated it. I hated Breaking Bad as well. That was an amazing show with an awful end.
Well, I mean, how else would they have ended it? To be honest,
It's just that whole last season
the whole
was,
last season was just drawn out. It really was. But
yeah.
they had to wrap things up, and that's what really drew it all out.
Yeah, I mean the end result, I think there was probably the right. It's just the way they went about it.
No, if we're gonna slag off final seasons, then uh, Game of Thrones has to be up there.
Yes, definitely.
That just, I mean, like there was some solid ideas in there, but then
Mm,
there was a lot of trash. Like, why would you just charge your cavalry out? Like they're skirmish cavalry essentially. You just
yeah,
charge them headlong into a solid wall of zombies. Like, just why? Oh, spoiler alert, by the way. But you
yeah.
probably don't care.
I
You
mean,
haven't seen it,
I feel like it's long enough ago that we can discuss spoilers on that.
right?
Been like 2 years, hasn't it?
Something like that.
Maybe three.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can tell it was a rush job to get that season done. Like, they didn't even bother making sure the coffee cup went there.
Well, the writers for it wanted the season to be twice as long.
Yeah, but the directors had other projects they wanted to go on. Was it
Yeah.
Star Trek or Star Wars they were going for?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
they
I
end
mean,
up doing it though, or
they were shit as well.
did they? Yeah,
I think they were involved, but it was I can't think who the director was now for those Star Wars films. Again, I wasn't much of a fan of them, so I tended to. I've seen them once, and that was about it, and that's quite rare for me.
yeah,
I like rewatching things.
yeah. I think the singular biggest complaint was just the exponential uh, power gains that the young protagonist received,
Yeah,
with very little explanation as to how,
yeah, as to why.
as to why.
I think,
Whereas, like you knew where Luke got all the powers from because he was training with Yoda,
yeah,
like of all people. So
I think my biggest bugbear out of all of those like final films is the ridiculously unnecessary Disney moment in the last one.
mhm.
Uh, I I can kind of see why they did it, but the whole them like that just that kiss at the end of it, like you don't have to make it a romantic like love interest story to make sense.
Right.
Like it was needless, and that really wound me up, even
What
more so than the shit writing half of it.
what I think what didn't help was that they were like, we they've openly admitted now they didn't really have a plan.
Mm,
They kind of winged it. They stole a lot of ideas from the previous two trilogies.
yep.
Um, and they had different directors for the first two, and then for the last one, they brought back the original director because they're like, "Well, we were going to do a different director for each movie," and then we thought, no, let's bring back the one in the beginning, and he had to do a lot of work to try and unscribble a lot of the scribbles
Reclaim
from
it.
the second one, and it was just
Mm.
a too little, too late sort of thing.
I I never really understand why they insist on doing the whole like different directors for each. If you're doing a series of something, surely it makes so much more sense
Keep the
to
same
keep some
directors and
continuity.
writers. Yeah.
Yeah, keep it going. And like it worked in The Mandalorian, but that's because you had what's his face? The guy who did the last one, Taika Waititi. Um he was like involved. John Favreau was involved in all of them, so you
Yeah.
kept a common theme running around it.
Let's all just have a moment, just to like give John Favreau a little clap
Oh
because
god, yeah,
he's been really fighting the corner. Him and Kevin Feige have been. No, it's not Kevin Feige, is it? No, he's on Marvel. Um, who's the other chap? Who
uh,
did the Clone Wars TV series?
Oh. Oh God, that's gonna annoy me.
Right. Hey Google.
Yep.
Because those two are really trying to fight for the Star Wars. Like they're basically like, look, if Disney are going to carry on with this Star Wars universe, it's got to be Legends. It's got to be the stories we grew up loving. It can't just be all this weird
No.
twisted stuff.
It's Dave Filoni.
Filoni, that's it.
Yeah.
David Filoni. Yeah, they're doing a good job. I'm actually making my way through Clone Wars at the moment. I'm on season 5, and
Okay.
I'm enjoying it. Actually, it's quite watchable. Like it was live just as I was getting into the teens, like when it came on TV. So I was already like out and about, you know, skateboarding everywhere, like being an absolute stud.
I think I was probably a bit old for it, to be honest, when
Yeah,
it first started. Sadly.
not much older than me, are you?
35.
You're only 2 years older than me, man. But
2 years is a long time in TV.
And in teenage years actually.
Yeah.
Heck, 6 months can, even 2 weeks can be the difference between, you know, going to prison and getting a slap on the wrist.
That is very, very true.
So swiftly moving on. But yeah, no, like I'm enjoying it. Though I got a bit confused because I clicked on one option and I thought it was Clone Wars, and it turned out to be a feature film.
All right.
And now I'm like, it's like an hour and a half long. I'm like, okay, do I watch that or do I watch the TV series? Which one came before the other, and which one happened when? So you know, I just like, you know, I'm just gonna watch through the Clone Wars because I think they added a final season to it just to tie things up. Yeah, because I think it ended abruptly. When
That's
Disney,
not like that.
when Disney took over, I think it was, and Disney went, it's not canon, and then every Star Wars fan just like exploded. And I have been watching the Bad Batch, which is actually has been going.
That.
It's been going really well alongside watching Clone Wars because as I've been making my way through the Clone Wars, there's been sort of hints and cameos from that show on Bad Batch, and it's like, yeah, that person was there or that character was there, or, you know, that happened then, didn't it? And it's like, it's actually, so it's lining up quite nicely.
Okay. Yeah, I do. That is on my list. We're working through Loki at the moment.
All right, yeah.
On Disney Plus. That's good. It's weird, but it's good.
It. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're working through that.
The so-called revelation that Loki was gender fluid and bisexual is kind of like, how is that revelation? Like, it was already comic book canon, you know. He body swapped at some point, and he was also like ambiguous about who attracted him. So it wasn't really like a new thing to happen. But I mean,
I think it's probably just people wanting to be a bit funny over, because that's obviously surrounding everything they do at the moment is always, you've got to be like the forced diversity. So it prompts a reaction from everyone, whether they're pro it or against it. So
see, I am very much in the mind that anyone can act as anything or anyone fictional, because, you know, it's they're made up. Wait, fictional is made up, right? Yeah, it is. I had to remind myself then, because, you know, it's the actor portraying a character that's described on a script or in a book or whatever, and they are, you know, they're using their skills to make that character come alive. Cool.
Yeah.
When it comes to historical characters, though, I think that's where the line's got to be drawn. And I was watching something earlier, and it is a bit of a thing of contention, but you know, the Anne Boleyn series that went on TV recently.
I've seen the clips.
They
of that.
race swapped the character, and if she was a non-fiction character, that would be. Oh, sorry. If she was a fictional character, there wouldn't be any qualms. But she's a fictional character, and I think it's more they're trying to take advantage of the current political climate to boost interest in the show.
Well, it just causes a talking point, doesn't it?
It does, and it's like, well, okay, if that's okay, then you can't have the double standard that you can't have like someone like, for example, let's get what's his name, Ed Norton to play Muhammad Ali.
I feel like he'd do a good job, to be fair.
I mean, he's amazing. He's an amazing actor, right? And I'm sure he could get some of the mannerisms and the way he talks, you know, because like he can sort of get the quick talking out, but it would be
uproar and
it is a difficult time to be in, and it does feel like you're tripping over minefields to appease everyone, and I don't think in the long run it's just gonna end up with a lot of things just going south. But
I always feel like with stuff like that, it doesn't matter who's doing it, as long as it's the right person for it. Like the one that always used to really annoy me, and still does to a point now, is the Jack Reacher films.
Right.
Because
Tom Cruise,
if you've ever read the books, if you ever read the books for him, Jack Reacher is like this hulking, like well over 6 foot bloke and built like a brick shithouse.
Yeah.
And yet they choose Tom Cruise to play him, who's obviously.
But did he play the character well?
Not great, if I'm honest. But then again, that's because I'm aware of the books and I'm aware of how they build him up in that, and they will never be able to completely replicate that.
Yeah. No, that's true, because the books are sort of one idea, aren't they?
Yeah, but I always think if you look at like the Lord of the Rings films, I think they are incredibly well cast in terms of the people that they've chosen to do it. I think they all match up really well. Like they have the right mannerisms. They're obviously, none of them were particularly big actors at that point, even the ones that went on to do bigger stuff. So like Sean Astin, what's his face, plays Frodo. Can't remember his name now.
Oh, what's his name?
Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood.
It. Yeah. But with the exception of Christopher Lee, he's probably the biggest name in it. Like it was
Ian McKellen.
So well cast. Oh yeah, fair point. But like
Sean Bean.
Fair point. Nah, Sean Bean's not that big a name.
Oh.
He dies in everything anyway.
No, you didn't say
and
that.
He's from Yorkshire.
Bastard.
They've not tried to shoehorn anyone in. They've not tried to change anything. They've just picked the best people for the role.
Brian Blessed as Gotrek in the audiobooks. The audio dramas, actually.
Casting genius. Yeah.
Everyone has read Gotrek in the books with Brian Blessed's voice. If you haven't, you've missed it big time.
Go back and do it.
Jesus, and then hearing him actually in the audio dramas, and he brings that life into it, and he's incredibly diverse with it as well. And
Have you
I enjoyed every moment of it.
have you heard the cutscenes from the Eisenhorn game that they did?
No.
So for the voiceovers for the game for Eisenhorn, Games Workshop got Mark Strong to do it.
Right.
And genuinely, like I've read the Eisenhorn books, and that is exactly how, like, my brain, like with Brian Blessed doing Go Trick, that's exactly how the voice sounds in my head. I'm praying that they get Mark Strong to do the show when they do it, if they do it, because that'll be, I mean, epic.
Yeah, I mean, we're finally getting back to Disney Plus. That was our original talking point.
That
We
was
went
where
on
we
a half-hour
started.
tangent. But and boy, did we cover a lot of areas. And you know, like the viewership halved for that, but you know,
Yeah,
that is what it is. If you can't handle the waffle, you know, then
you're in the wrong place.
have pancakes instead. Yeah. We like it fluffy and bubbly and 3-dimensional, not flat.
Do like a good Belgian waffle.
Or a stroop
Definitely
waffle.
like
I
it.
love stroop waffles.
Oh,
Stroop waffle.
yes.
I think they
With
say.
a good cup of tea.
Oh yeah.
You put it on top of the cup.
3 or 4 is enough though. Like that's, you know, if you have more than that, you just ruin it.
Get a bit sickly after that.
Yeah. Boffnet said he liked Rogue Squad. And then he's mentioned Hugo Weaver and Liz Tyler.
I mean, the last two are in relation to Lord of the Rings. Hugo Weaver was Elrond, and Liv Tyler, not Liz, Liv Tyler was Arwen.
Yeah.
Who is absolutely beautiful.
But yeah. Hey Noglin, how you doing? Glad you could join us. But yeah, no, in all honesty, I do think Warhammer Plus is, I think they've really sort of tried to flesh out as best they could, but not with tripe. They've actually put value in it. Back issues of White Dwarfs, advanced painting tutorials, not just the regular stuff that you get for that they're still going to continue for free on YouTube, but they're actually going to have advanced stuff. And then, you know, what else have they got? They got the animations as well. Battle reports, which, I mean, they used to do the live tournament plays on Twitch, didn't they?
Yeah.
But it wasn't quite the same. And even though they do, they sometimes do battle reports in the White Dwarf, a lot of it was sort of staged, I think it was, to get some sort of outcome. They even openly admitted that they had to replay certain games a few times just to get a certain outcome.
Well, yeah, because they want to push certain models and certain armies.
Yeah, which is
no point having the brand new army getting smashed.
Exactly. So I mean, but yeah, you know what? I think. And I think they have a couple other things, and then of course you got the free mini after 12 months, and you get a new one every 12 months to choose from.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Yeah, I mean, I do really want that Vindicare. That is the jump out bit for me.
The base on it is pretty cool, right? And if you're into doing dioramas and stuff, you can easily build up a whole building and just have that at the top, right?
That is asking to be made into a diorama. Like, that is perfect for exactly that purpose,
right?
And that's obviously what I'm going to be doing.
It's crazy. And then, actually, you know what I'd really like to see someone do, right? So just build the base up slightly, but then like do all the lighting effects, the weathering effects, everything perfectly. But then on a flat bit of card or piece of paper behind it, have painted what he can see down the scope. So it's like you see the assassin there, and then you see the quarry painted up on
the crosshairs.
Yeah. How sick would that be? I don't have the skill set to do it. I could give it a go, but it would take me forever. I'll probably give up halfway through. But I'm sure there's someone out there, and as long as you give me credit for it, like for helping with the idea, then I don't care who makes it. I just want to see that made real. But that would be amazing.
That sounds like a Judge Gudge sort of thing, that.
Judge Gudge? Who says Gudge? That's like saying Sean Bourne or Scene Bean.
Scene Bean.
Scene Bean. Oh.
Or Broken Turd.
Broken Turd. By the way, if anyone who represents Broken Toad is listening or knows anyone who does, I am up for sponsorship for Broken Toad. I'll even have the sticker on full view so people can see it, and I'll actually pronounce Broken Toad properly so people won't think that I'm talking about poops. Good night, Buffnet. Hope you have a good night, man. Thanks for dropping by.
Night, Buffnet.
Right, we've now just hit the 2-hour mark. Can you believe it already? That's flown by.
No.
It's amazing how much rubbish you can talk about and just fill time. It's awesome.
And I've still not achieved much in the painting.
It's all right. We forgive you.
I've just about got the bases done.
I really didn't do that much myself. So I just glued together one Viking, one Vargar, and they only needed a little bit of cleanup actually. So I'm quite pleased with them. The mold lines.
Yeah, the ones that I did, barely anything.
But the thing that I did have fun with was doing the ash burnt sort with slightly glowing embers sort of underneath. Like, I kind of had fun with that, and yeah, I think I could do a video on that. I think I'm pleased with the effect of it. I got almost the right desired effect on it.
I definitely think that's asking for a video.
Right. Something.
Yeah.
Don't tell Pickle.
Something that I've not seen done on a tutorial as well previously.
Well, there we go. Hey, there's been stuff that, like, I beat you to the whole Grimdark fantasy stuff, right? So, though granted, I did do a Stormcast, so it's kind of like the fantasy Space Marine. But
basically.
But yeah. Yeah.
I just took like 4 months to paint Sigvald.
I mean, it looked great, but geez, that's a long time to invest.
Especially in a video that absolutely bombed.
Well, you did release it on a football weekend, well, not even a football weekend because every weekend's a football weekend, but on a very busy day, football.
Yeah, but it was the Champions League final.
Yeah. So
who cares about City and Chelsea?
And on that bombshell, I think we should swap it over to our faces and where's my face? There it is. Oh. Let me just get rid of that and that. There we go. And yeah, I think we should wrap it up now. 2 hours is long enough to bore people with. But I mean, we still got 6 people clinging on in the chat, so that's awesome, and 18 likes, which is amazing actually.
Are they asleep though?
Possibly. I think one of the viewers is you actually watching back right now.
It will be actually.
But anyways, it's late. It's been a long week. Everyone's still trying to acclimatize to being back at work full time. So yeah. So thank you very much Rich, for being on the show. It's been absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
It's been
thank you for having me on, mate.
No worries. As always, there are links to his YouTube channel and his brand new Discord group in the description below, and I'll let you chill away for a moment.
I mean, I think you've done most of it for me already, to be honest. So, yeah, you can find me on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, not on TikTok because I'm not a 14-year-old girl. Yeah, find me basically everywhere.
That's a bit harsh because Pickle just started TikTok.
Exactly.
Shots fired.
Yeah, so I've got a few videos planned, but nothing ready for release yet. So I will likely have a very busy weekend and hopefully get something out next week. Yeah, something at least fairly interesting to most people. So it's not just going to be a Grimdark thing. It's about, as I mentioned earlier, making Games Workshop paints actually work nicely rather than being all chalky and disgusting and horrible. So yeah.
But as we all know, there's no one range of paints that's perfect. There's hits and misses everywhere.
Vallejo are pretty close.
Oh, that definitely sounds like a shill right there. They're close. You ain't getting the sponsorship. Drop it, mate.
Honestly, if I could get a sponsorship from anybody, I'd take them, even over AK Interactive. I'll pay for my streak and grime, but Vallejo metal paints, I want the sponsorship, partially because they're more expensive. But
I want to try the colour shift stuff, to be honest. But I think that's from Green Stuff World, isn't it?
No, Vallejo do some.
Ooh.
I'll send you a photo of my Drakari because I've painted that. Them using that.
Yeah, we'll do that offline because it's a bit.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty gory.
So yeah, thank you very much, man. And as always, to the fantastic people who have been watching and are still here, thank you very much for joining us. As always, there are amazing Facebook group links in the description below. Definitely go check out the Chilling Wargamers network. We're both proud members of that network, and yeah, we sing it loud and proud. They've got amazing content creators and fans alike, and we're all a happy, open, welcome family. There are also plenty of ways to follow me on social media, so Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and yeah, there are loads of ways of supporting the channel as well. So if you want to drop a few quids my way, I feel absolutely it would be amazing if you did. Every penny goes back into the channel, and there are ways of helping yourselves out and helping the channel out as well, like pre-ordering your issues of Mortal Realms through the Forbidden Planet link, or going over to the Element Games link where you can get all your hobby supplies at a good discount. Fantastic minis as well, and get a little kickback. And if you enter the code, which is put there as well, I think it's Kev1511519 or something. What the?
I have no idea why that went to Super Zoom just then.
Just
That's
as you
beautiful
took a
timing.
sip. Were you advertising the hashtag then?
Hashtag made of steel. This is from the cricket.
All right, there you go. Perfectly timed. Yeah. Perfect. You have no idea how that happened. Yeah, sure.
Hashtag chill. Sponsored by Northants Cricket.
Get as many product placements as you can in there. So yeah, check out the Element Games thing. If you enter the code, you get bonus loyalty points, which is basically money back in your pocket to get more stuff. And yeah, again, it helps me out. But don't forget, the most important thing is the tickets to the raffle. There are amazing prizes going. Hit that link, go find out. There is still a bonus one to be added, so buy up some tickets. They're dirt cheap, only £2 a pop, and you get an amazing chance of winning amazing prizes. So go for it. Have you got your tickets yet?
I actually haven't.
All right, hang up.
Shockingly,
I'm hanging up now. I'm hanging up now. Bye.
You know me, I'm very, very lazy. I think I bought the raffle tickets for Pickles like a minute before it actually finished.
Well, you got until 8 o'clock on the second Friday of July. I think it's the 9th.
That's ages away.
It's the 9th. Actually, it's 2 weeks away, man. I'm panicking now.
We'll shill it a bit more.
We'll shill it. Yes.
We'll shill it a bit more.
Ding. Anyways,